Ladies and mostly gentlemen, this is it. This is a discussion that's been going around for a while, that we've been having on stream. Follow the stream, by the way, twitch.tv/MrGM. And it's definitely a controversial one. And hopefully you guys are going to hear my opinion. I want to hear your opinion. But yeah, let's just dive into it. This is new character models in Classic WoW. This has a massive discussion going on for it, and everyone has a different opinion on it. So, that being said, this video has opinions. So you might disagree with me, and you probably will, but this is just my stance on it, and I have my reasons for it, I have my justifications for it, I'll show you exactly what I'm getting at, and yeah, but you're obviously more than welcome to have your opinions and tell me your thoughts in the comments, and I'd actually absolutely love to hear what you guys have to say about this topic. So, the idea of this video actually came from a tweet that I did not so long ago on Twitter, which was a poll asking whether or not you guys would like to see new player models in Classic WoW. And it came back with a perfect 70-30 split, with 70% voting for no and 30% voting for yes, with 875 votes. Okay, so now my stance on this. I don't want it. And at this point, it's pretty unlikely it's going to happen anyway. So now, before you smash that dislike button, I know all the arguments for this. You know, it's player choice, make it a toggle, it doesn't affect gameplay, you won't see it if I have it on, stuff like that. I understand it. But for me, what this comes down to is one simple thing, and that is that Classic World of Warcraft is not a remaster. This game that we're getting on August 27th is not a reimagining, it's a museum piece. This is something that players like myself and hundreds of thousands and even millions have wanted to play again in its original form. I completely understand we have quality of life additions, I've made a video on it even, but affecting the actual player models themselves is a massive change for me, and I think you really draw the line there. And I understand that people saying, oh, add it as a toggle, some people want it, some people don't want it, but just adding it in the first place just seems redundant and pointless, where it doesn't need to have a place inside this game at all, because it was never in the 1.12 version of World of Warcraft. So even in BFA right now, they actually removed the toggle for the old character models. So in essence, these character models are no longer in the game officially. They are in the game files, but then you can't see them in game anymore. And that's obviously a bad thing. And with Classic WoW coming back, we can finally get a look at these character models. So one thing I did want to do with this video is actually show you guys what new models would look like inside Classic WoW. Now this is something that is not in the Classic WoW client. I think the new character models are in there, but they're not on a toggle, they're not usable, they're not in their game at all. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Now I'm just going to play some random B-roll while I'm rambling on. You can kind of get an understanding of what like a new orc would look like inside old Orgrimmar, and for me it feels like a very strange juxtaposition where you have these brand new shiny models in an old 2004-5 world. You know, it's a strange thing to me, and I know that some people will probably say, oh, I actually think it looks okay, but I don't know, for me, the old models in Classic WoW is such an integral part of this game, and if you take that away, you kind of lose a little bit of it, really. And as I said a million times now, people saying about having it as a toggle, I really don't feel like new models should be in this game at all. You know, I understand that we have the new shadows, we have the new water, and there is an option to turn that off, but water and shadows is not something you look at constantly. You know, you look at your characters and, you know, you see the back of them, you see them in armor and things like that, and seeing the older armor in the new models is again a very strange combination. And personally, as I said, this is an opinion, I don't like it that much. I really don't feel like it should be in the game. So an example I used today, which might not be the best example in the world, but here we go. So in 2007, I think Naughty Dog brought back Crash Bandicoot. They brought back Crash Bandicoot to the PSN store and released it as a digital download. And this was the original PlayStation 1 version with absolutely no changes. And everyone loved that, everyone downloaded it, I played it, big nostalgia trip, a whole load of fun. And then a couple years ago, they announced that they're doing a remaster of Crash Bandicoot. All 3 games in one game, shiny new graphics, brand new shiny environments, all really fleshed out, pretty much remaking this game from the ground up, and it looked and played fantastic. And this was advertised as a remaster, and everyone was happy about that. And I played it, and I thought it was fantastic. It obviously wasn't the original Crash Bandicoot game, but it felt very much like it. Now with Classic WoW, as I mentioned, that is not a remaster. Now if it was advertised as a remaster or a reimagining of Classic WoW, then yeah, bring in your new graphics, bring in new character models, creature models, skyboxes, go nuts, do everything you can to make it into a game that would come out in 2019. But as I said, this game is a museum piece, and really it shouldn't be touched or modified in any sort of way. And at the moment, with the minor changes that we have, there are obviously some of them that are a bit iffy, you know, things like layering or loot sharing, but the actual core game is there and everything's great about it. And I really have been enjoying my time on the Classic WoW beta. And I absolutely know that this is such a massive controversial topic, and there are people freaking out in the comments right now saying, you're wrong, this should be in here. You know, it's not 2004 anymore, things like that, and I'm no doubt, you know, I posted a picture earlier on the YouTube community page, and a lot of the comments were already saying that this is good, this is great, they should have definitely added this, make it an option, it doesn't affect gameplay, stuff like that, you know, as I said. And obviously one massive thing to remember with these new character models is with new character models comes new animations. Now, the new animations came alongside the Warlords of Draenor models, and yeah, some of them are pretty great. They're very, very different from their former counterparts, and one of the major problems for me is running. Now, going back to an orc, if you compare the running of a vanilla orc and a post-Warlords of Draenor orc, the run is super bouncy in the new model, and I really, really don't like the bounciness of a lot of the models. You know, if you look at Tauren, for example, the previous vanilla run is so, like, meaty, and, you know, it's so dominating, and then you look at the newer model one, it's kind of a bit too bouncy and, you know, just too happy. I don't know, it's something about it that's kind of off about it, and a lot of the animations, don't get me wrong, are very, very good, and I can't fault the art team for that. You know, the faces especially, they've done an absolutely fantastic job on kind of giving them a lot more emotion, especially more than the original vanilla models, but there is a few animations that do rub me the wrong way, and again, these do not belong in Classic WoW, but they absolutely do work in a BFA world where the world around them is a little bit more cartoony and kind of crazy, and I don't know, it works a lot better with the newer graphics and doesn't really work well mixing with those older graphics of vanilla WoW. So we need those old animations back in the game because we're never going to see them again if we do have new models in the game. Obviously you can look at the flip side of that and say, let's have the new models but with the old animations, but I don't think that would work as well. I think they would look even more off-putting and kind of strange, but I can't show you an example of that, but yeah, I really don't think that would work either. So I don't know. Honestly, this is an opinion, and I would love to hear what you guys think of the idea of this, and yeah, just fight it out in the comments, to be honest, you know, go mad, tell me everywhere where I was wrong and you're right, because I would love to see what you guys have to say about this, because as I said, we've had discussions on stream for hours and hours on end talking about new character models in Classic WoW and whether it's a good thing, whether it's a bad thing, whether they should do it, whether they shouldn't do it, you know, maybe down the line or something like that, or bring out an optional patch for players to download or stuff like that. But for me, it doesn't look right, there's something very strange about it, and yeah, that's where I stand on this. So as I said, guys, let me know down below in the comment section below this video. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. And before I go, let's give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members and a merch store over on Streamlabs. I'm also now streaming the Classic WoW beta over on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out on stream, I'll be streaming every single weekday. Yeah, we've been having a ton of fun over there, trying out different add-ons and trying out different various things inside and trying to test out everything we can before that launches in August. So with that, guys, I'll see you next time.
But I mean, that said, also kind of like Jay said back at BlizzCon, we understand that, you know, when he says that some of you, your favorite flavor is vanilla, we know vanilla means vanilla. We know that it's about community, and that means some of the inconveniences, that means some of the rough edges. That's not something we're looking to move away from.